Good morning, everyone. We are the reporter of the Self in Western Eastern Thoughts. I'm Angelica Franco and I will be discuss Eastern Thoughts, and the Western Thoughts is Arnold G. Lakda will be discussed. Cultural perception of self is differentiated in two different ways, Eastern and Western, wherein Eastern, as called Oriental, is represent Asia, and Western is represent the Europe and North America. We will learn here the perspective of each culture and country about the concept of self. And the concept of self and according to Western thoughts against Eastern or Oriental perspective. First is Confucianism. Confucianism can be seen as a code of ethical conduct of how one should properly act according to their relationship with other people. Thus, it is also focused on having a harmonious social life. Therefore, the identity and self-concept of the individual are interwoven with the identity and status of his/her community or culture, sharing its pride as well as its failures. We can say to understand the self what contribution that you will have in the society with to other people, how you will establish the good relationship with others, how we act properly in accordance sa social or sa environment natin. Nabanggit dito yung about sa community. So, dahil sa mga tao sa paligid ng isang individual, nasi-share natin yung mga practice or yung mga sariling culture or beliefs natin. Di ba po, meron din tayong golden rule is yung wag mong gawin sa iba kung ayaw mong gawin din sa'yo. Kumbaga, yung mga gagawin mong mali or tama sa ibang tao is pwedeng i-break nila sa'yo. Kunwari, gumawa ka ng maganda, di maganda din yung ibabalik nila sa'yo. Pero kapag hindi maganda yung ginawa mo, hindi rin maganda ibabalik nila sa'yo. Dito po kasi, pumapasok yung mga tama at maling ginagawa natin sa ibang tao. Self-cultivation is seen as the ultimate purpose of life, but the characteristic of Junsu, a man of virtue or noble character, is still embedded in his social relationship. Self-cultivation o pagpapaunlad is the ultimate purpose of life, but according to Junsu, it depends to what society where we belong sa pagpapaunlad ng sarili natin. The cultivated self in Confucianism is what some scholars call a subdued self, wherein personal needs are repressed for the good of many, making Confucian society also hierarchical for the purpose of maintaining order and balance in society. The cultivated is a subdued self. It is conditioned to respond to perception, not of its own need and aspiration, but of social requirements and obligation to let it yourself to be connected to the rule, to the cultural perception of the society in order to be part of the selves. The second philosophy is Taoism. Taoism is the living in the way of to the Tao or the universe. However, Taoism rejects having one definition of what the Tao is, and one can only state clues of what it is as they adopt a free-flowing, unitary, and relative as well as paradoxical view of almost everything. The second philosophy is Taoism. Taoism is reject having one definition of what the Tao is. Pre-spreading of the idea, free-flowing or unitary as well. It is a statement that despite apparently valid reasoning from the premise leads to the seemingly self-contradictory. Taoism rejects the hierarchy and strictness brought by Confucianism can be and would refers a simple lifestyle and its teachings thus aim to describe how to attain that life. Taoism rejects the hierarchy and strictness brought by Confucianism because Taoism prepared a simple lifestyle and how to attain that life. The self is not just an extension of the family or the community. It is part of the universe, one of the form and manifestation of the Tao. The ideal self is selflessness, but this is not forgetting about the self. It is living a balanced life with society and nature, being open and accepting to change, forgetting about prejudice and egocentric ideas and thinking about equality as well as complementary among humans as well as other beings. The Taoism belief that you are not just an extension of the family or or contribution to the society, but you are actually part of the universe. That you have this contribution that is being selfless, the thinking less about yourself, thinking more of other. Here it does not mean have to forget about yourself and how you understand more about yourself and to accept certain changes. The third belief is Buddhism. There are various groups who have adopted Buddhism, thus you may find difference in their teaching with our discussion, but more likely, their core concept remain the same. The self is seen as an illusion born out of ignorance of trying to hold and control things, or human-centered needs. Thus, the self is also the source of all this suffering. Our quest to forget about the self, forget cravings of the self, break the attachment you have with the word, and to pronounce the self, which is the cause of all suffering, and in doing so, attain the state of nirvana. The thing can you understand of how we hold and control things around, but this consequence or part of choices that we have, and this we call corresponding suffering. And and in this suffering, we tend to have guess about the self, about the cravings of the self. Break the attachment you have with the word, and the break the and to renounce the self which is cause of all suffering, and doing to attain the state of nirvana. It talks about the suffering, the challenge, the trials that we are facing in our life. So that more you so the more you create, the more you feel. The more you grow, the more you experience sufferings, and you need to overcome, because this is actually lead to embrace suffering in an often words. In order to attain certain decision in our life is to embrace certain changes, certain suffering, certain challenge, and that you will lead in having what we call nirvana, or in other words, paradise. The self of the individual is not the focus of above mentioned Asian or Eastern philosophies or beliefs. Even with extended self should work, Confucianism and Taoism still situate the self within a bigger context in striving to become a better person. One does not create a self above other people or nature, but a self that is beneficial to his community as well as in order and harmony with everything else. As per Buddhism, the self with all its connection and selfish ideas is taken not just out of the country of the picture, but from the whole picture entirely. Confucianism and Taoism still situate the self within a bigger context in striving to become a better person. Confucianism depends on society of our self-development, our self-cultivation, whereas Taoism is advocate simplicity and living happily and simple life. Selflessness, but this is not forgetting about the self. The other hand, Buddhism is repair the ideas of suffering, impermanence of the material items, and reincarnation, while stressing the idea of reaching salvation beyond. The Eastern is more conservative than Western. They do not talk opening about topic for them, and it's always based on themselves. And once again, I'm Angelica Franco. Sana po ay na sana po ay naintindihan niyo aking pag-discuss. Thank you po and God bless.